moment.
That's fine. Yo! Look at it.
Yeah, Demantic. after the Twitch chaos from last week, you're damn right. Yep, we out here. We is out here. Welcome to YouTube, everybody. Yo, is there anything I would say on Twitch that I can't say on YouTube? I feel like I should have looked into that a little more.
Stop showing clips and playing music, so we should be pretty safe for YouTube now.
Okay. Awesome. Let's fucking go.
And now we don't have to upload it again. It just exists.
Yeah, that is really nice. I do like that. So we can start building up our YouTube catalog.
Yes, it's also 8:15 right now.
Yes. We're just checking the timing of things.
Yeah, getting our technical whatever out of the way.
8:16 now.
Okay, we're good. You saw it. You saw it right away, so that's good. What are we testing? Hey, let's go. Right. Oh no.
Chinn, you made custom you made customized commands for each of us. That's funny as hell.
Get swole. Set sail into the new one. Hey.
There's a little bit of a delay between like when I send that command in chat and when it actually pops up, but I think everyone else is. That's good. Yeah. Right. Never.
Not bad for first tries, you know? All good.
No technical difficulties to lead off the stream is always a good sign.
The chat is a little large in the box. It doesn't like perfectly fit.
In the chat box?
Yeah. But that's okay. I mean, we're just being a little nitpicky as like I guess we're having people join in. Sort out the technical difficulties.
Semantic says Chinn is muted.
Question mark.
All right, hello. There we go.
AK is cool. Hello.
Why do
I like that name.
Oh, that's why. Oh yes, it popped up.
What the fuck did you get banned on Twitch? Nah, we had lots of issues with Twitch last week for whatever reason. Like, stream kept on freezing, and I don't know. There's been a lot of shit with Twitch going on lately, anyway. So it seemed like it was a good time to make the transition to YouTube, and it makes things easier for us as far as just having our videos on YouTube. So it's not like a whole upload edit process to then upload it to YouTube.
A lot of us were too lazy to like. We're like, we should edit and upload it, but no one would do. We all busy. We all work. So, also Chinn, I just saw the notification popped up.
It's behind us. I don't know if I can can I recreate that? Like, can
We're all learning this together for
Yeah,
the
can
first
somebody,
time.
Can somebody
so-
like unsub and then sub? I guess. So weird.
You think that's gonna work?
Maybe. I don't know why I can't move. I can't move the. I can't.
You want me to, you want me to
the-
unsubscribe and then subscribe again?
Sure.
That's crazy. This is blasphemous right here. Alright, I did it. Let's see if it pops up.
I also don't think I can adjust shit right now because we're live. So I moved the notification box, but you know, whatever. Wait.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a notification from me because I already subbed before.
There we go. There's the oh, you guys don't see it yet, but you'll see it eventually. All right, yeah. But all right, well, hey everybody, we're going to be doing our summer 2022 anime review. Chinn's no longer muted, but it's very quiet compared to everybody else. All right, raising my volume. Here we go. Testing. Hello, hello.
Motherfucker's gonna be even louder. Jesus.
Yeah,
Hey.
Pat, we're hoping that YouTube figures that out, but I think we definitely preferred our Twitch style. It's just, I don't know, we just wanted to try something new while we were dealing with the difficulties last week, so. And this will also live like automatically once we're done on the YouTube page as well. I think that's a good reason for us to just do it tonight too, as a test run.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, AK. No problem. Do what you gotta do.
But yeah, it's so weird because there's like a delay between like everything that I have. So like I have OBS open, that's fine, but then like on YouTube it's like a little bit delayed, and then like in the chat over here it's a little bit delayed. But is that Slack?
Yeah. This is my real name.
Yeah, Slack's doxing himself.
Who is this Jeremy you speak of?
Yeah.
Oh, say hi. What's going on?
He uses Say Hi's full ass name.
John Luis Castro Paulino.
YouTube is just doxing all of us.
Make sure you guys
Why you gotta have like your anime only YouTube account.
Yeah. Make sure
Yeah,
you guys
really.
make sure you guys like the stream, because the more you like the stream, the more discoverable our stream becomes. So, you know, we have 8 likes so far, and 8 of you guys are watching. So thank you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna get into our 2022 anime preview or anime reviews. We're going to basically we're gonna add up all of our scores. What is it? Today's Thursday? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I'm like there's football on behind Chili. I'm like but yeah, so we're going to each give our own scores for the anime that we watched, if we have watched it, and then
What the hell's that Nightbot message? Is it yelling at Pat? What did Pat do?
Oh, he said stop
Put all
spamming caps.
caps.
Oh, what the hell?
Fuck?
Let me see if I can.
All right,
fix
so
that.
clearly we gotta work on the Nightbot still.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Nightbot is literally it like stops people from like spamming crazy. So so here, excess. Let's see.
I've literally never seen that before.
Disable, excess emotes disable, excess caps disable. All right, there we go. It only disables links and blacklisted words now. And I think we can change the Nightbot's name, because I think in the Village and Iron one they changed it to Ambubot. So
Change it to Levi.
yo,
She was starting screen.
Oh, did I hit something? I think I did.
Why would that
but
affect-
it's cool. It's Say Hi has changed his name to Say Hi is just fine. Pete says, "Oh, you should
Man,
get that
that's
about, to be honest." But yeah, all right. So let's get right into it. So Perry and Kumar, I think, are the only ones who watched Made in Abyss season 2. I just recently finished the movie, which was fire. I like stayed up till like 3 in the morning watching it. And yeah, so Perry and Kumar, give us your updated review
This one's
on,
for you,
Made in Abyss season
Pete.
2.
Yeah, Pete was the one who got me into Made in Abyss, and highly recommend. This one definitely holds up to everything thus far that Made in Abyss has set for the world, how well you dive into it, how every episode you're amazed at the idiosyncrasies idiosyncrasies
Yeah.
of the
Is that a
world.
real word?
Yes, but I used I don't know what you right.
It is a real
But I
word.
think what is interesting about this season, and I'm not quite sure if I'm particularly a fan of it, is they were really involved in social aspects, like the world that they built with the what did they call them? The village of hollows. Yeah.
No, the people, the animal looking people,
Yeah.
they're called hollows.
Yeah, the Village of Hollows. It was an interesting concept, but then to go into detail of like the past, that was also interesting. But I think there was a little too much social dynamic, more than I wanted for an adventure story in this season.
Yeah.
But it's something that it's new though.
It is new. It was unique. And I mean, I guess with the ending, I was like, oh, cool. But no, I wanted more. Because they end up going into groups of people every time. Like they ran into Oz, they ran into what's his face, Bondrewd.
Bondrewd, yeah.
But this is like the most they brought
Bondrewd.
into a large cast of characters, and it was really cool for a while. But then for a bit, I thought, it kind of is dragging on because I want them to go to the next level.
But there was a lot to unpack in this level though.
Yeah, but they could have just like avoid like if this was a video game, right? And you're like, you could go in the village and complete all these side quests, or you can just straight dodge it and just keep going.
Can't
I
dodge. I can't dodge it.
think they could have just skipped through it or gone there, bought some goods. I don't know. I like the final fights. Those
Please cancel Perry.
I like the final fights. I don't know. I just compared to the other seasons where there's
literally only one other season.
no,
But, like, the season and the movie.
The
Yeah.
movie is also just as long in retrospect to who they were dealing with.
Yeah, but there just wasn't as large of a cast. It was interesting, but then I think it just became too much. It overtook the plot.
I think they built on the world and more of the lore, as opposed to her take of just it being too much. I think it was a lot because there's so many people that have explored and not so many people that have actually gotten to that level of where they're at the level 6 or where the fuck they're at.
Oh, a lot of people apparently got there.
Yeah, but no one has
So-
seen what they've seen.
So what would be your score for it then, Perry?
Out of what?
1 to 10.
What's the-
1 to 10.
1
10
to
being high.
10.
And
Yeah,
being
being the highest,
and being
yeah.
a god level because Masterpiece is 8.
I love Made in Abyss. I think though for this season, like a 7.
What? Oh my god.
Whoa.
Pete, I'm so sorry, Pete.
That's crazy.
Good. That's good.
Your 8 is a masterpiece.
Yes, I think it's
That was
7.
crazy. That's
That's good.
actually like really unexpected because of like you guys always talk so high of like Made in Abyss and then like and then also the fact that the movie was fire. Like
The movie was great.
the movie was so
great.
good, and then I was like, yo, I can't wait to watch season 2. I'll just binge it when it's finished. And
I think it's just if I had to rank the movie and season 1 and season 2, season 1 top tier, then the
Wait,
movie,
what are you giving season
season.
1 and the movie? What are those ratings? Because
it's
it's
just like
9.
season 1 probably like a 9.
Yeah, I
Okay.
give it a
Season
9.
2 or
No.
the movie probably also like a
shit.
9.
I didn't even.
So yeah, this season is like a 7.
Oh, okay.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
at least it, like, Perry
It's
kept
consistently
consistent.
good.
Perry kept it consistent. Like, at least, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like one was a 9, then the movie was like a 7, but really good, but potentially better than season 1, and then season 2 was like not good. But
I just don't think. I think the season is really interesting. Is it more
Yeah.
interesting than the movie or season 1? In my personal opinion, I don't think so.
okay, that's fair.
See, it's wild because we're all like, we hear 7 out of 10, and everybody's like, oh shit, but you got to remember, an 8 out of 10 for Perry is a masterpiece. So like,
Yeah.
a 7 out of 10 for Perry is really
Pretty
like
good.
a 9 out of
Very
10 for
good.
anybody else.
Yeah, I guess we're any rating for Perry you take with a grain of salt because we don't know what new word she's gonna put next to that number that makes it like.
Kumar,
So
what's
what do you
what's
rate it?
yeah,
What?
what's your
I
rating?
give it a solid 9 out of 10. I really liked
Okay.
it.
My 7.
Damn. All right.
That doesn't make any sense. Did you just hear what she said?
So,
That doesn't make any sense.
so
Alright,
so
we're gonna
average,
average
if you average it out between the two of you, it would come to an 8 out of 10.
Exactly. I'd say that's fair.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right,
I know
I
we'll
would
do-
recommend
Pete's
it.
not
I
gonna
would
be
definitely
happy about
recommend
that.
it.
Yeah, watch Made in Abyss if you have.
Yeah.
Animation's amazing.
I am gonna watch. I do plan on
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah, I plan on watching season 2 after. I'll watch season 2 after I catch up. After I finish binge, I think I have like 2 more shows from this season that I have like maybe like 4 episodes left to watch. So, all right, moving on.
Yes,
Call
sir.
the night. Wait, so total after this
8.
what?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Call the night. So
You've catch
Didn't-
no time.
Yeah. Oh man, the music for this is fire. I did not get too far into this show because of obviously the One Piece grind, but the episodes that I did watch
Yo,
were
the
That
Shonen
Shonen Showdown. Whoa.
Yo,
did
these show-
the Shonen Showdown just show up in our
oh my
stream?
gosh.
Wow,
on,
this
on
is like-
YouTube, on
This
YouTube.
is
Oh my
like,
gosh.
This is like if the president of the United States like introduced himself to you or something. Like,
Yeah.
what? Wow.
Is that Mr. 100K?
Whoo, Mr. Worldwide himself?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Rob came in here with like sunglasses on too and like took them off. He's like, you guys are
Yo, y'all be on the lookout though. I'm sure Shonen Showdown's gonna start streaming on YouTube soon enough.
sir.
He's gonna get those streams in whenever.
Yes,
He'll let us
sir.
know.
I was
But
gonna say,
we'll let
Rob,
you know.
you should literally just fucking do a reaction to every single One Piece episode that comes out, like next.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Every chapter.
Like just literally
yeah.
just like one day a week, you just like sit there and just like you could say nothing to the camera, and then like something happens, you're like, oh my gosh, oh.
It would just be Rob looking back and forth at the camera like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, call of the night. Chinn, continue.
I thought from like I think I watched like. You guys don't get the notifications, so I hear it in my headphones. If you have the audio for the stream on, you'll hear it. It's completely not sized correctly for that box, but whatever. Yeah. The YouTube copyright system is wild, or I feel like it is. It's like weird, like just like put like.
That's why we're doing it on TikTok.
Yeah, put like a crazy filter over or something like that, and yeah, you'll be good. But yeah, so Call the Night. I got like 7 episodes in, and shit was fire. Like I enjoyed it. It wasn't anything like crazy that you're like, oh shit, like what is going on right now? But every episode had like its own little theme and like the little journey that they went on, and you were like, oh shit, like this is fun. Like and you know I haven't seen how it ends, so I'm excited. But
Word.
I rated highly.
I completed the show. Absolutely loved it from start to finish. Going into it, to be honest, I wasn't sure. Like episode 1. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to deal with the derpy faces of the characters because they all have this like Nazuna's face, just, like her eyes are like weird, like it's just their faces look a little strange, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if I could deal with these character designs. And then by
Is that
episode,
Dagachi Kashi art style, right?
yeah, and then by like episode 3 or 4, I didn't even notice it because
Yeah.
the rest of the show was just that good. The opening and the ending are fire. The whole aesthetic. My one thing with the show was like it was one of those things where it was kind of like, all right, it's night. I understand it's nighttime, but like it's a city, so like where are the other people? Like at one point, I was like, it's so empty. It doesn't feel like a real city, but it also wasn't like a main city. It's really early morning hours, so like again, it was something that at first I noticed it, but a couple episodes in, I didn't care about it anymore because the rest of the show was just so good. And you didn't even need like those background things just going on. Because all the characters on screen, whether it was Ko Yamori the boy, whether it was Nazuna, whether it was any of the other vampires or any of the other characters, I thought they all just did a great job of capturing whatever scene they were in and having me fully locked into whatever thoughts were going through their heads or whatever dialogue was going on at the time. I thought it was a fantastic show from start to finish. It is technically a romance, like romance is a part of it because he wants to become a vampire, and the only way to become a vampire is you have to fall in love with the vampire and then they bite you. But it doesn't go
Say hi
like.
said try to have the adventure in the Bronx at night. Say hi. No, you can't.
But it doesn't go like so crazy into the romance where you just feel like you're watching like a high school rom-com or something. It still has this super fun like adventure feel to it, and it dives into some pretty deep subjects in certain parts as far as like what does love truly mean? Is love easy? Is love something everybody can find? It even touches on at one point like he meets another vampire that is female presenting, but it's actually a dude, and he's like, oh shit, well you're cute, like I would fall in love with you. And the vampire's like, but I'm a dude, and he's like, yeah, no, that doesn't really matter to me, like you're cute, like, and you're a cool person. And it was something that I was like, oh shit, okay, like, so I really love the show from start to finish. I could talk about it all night, but I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. Very solid 9 out of 10.
From where I am, because I haven't finished it yet, I'm at like an 8.5, but
Wow, that's
not,
really high.
I mean, not that far off. So yeah, because it was one of those things where like obviously you're paying attention to these like focal characters, but there's not so much going on in every scene that you can't pay attention to like what's going on in the background. So like there was an episode where they were at like a pool party, and like Nazuna is like joking around like flirting with like quote unquote flirting with like these other guys that were at the party, and it shows like Ko getting jealous, and it kind of like that was the first time he ever had like a kind of like aggressive reaction to something, because he's like hey, I'm just gonna sleep, I'll sleep during the day, like I don't want to interact with anybody. And like when he had that reaction, you were able to see like everybody in the background too, so it was cool. Yeah, so 8.5 and a 9.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out. 100%.
Cool.
On to the next.
Rent a Girlfriend season 2.
Yeah, we could probably get through this one pretty quickly.
Yeah, so basically to sum it up for you guys, it's another season of Kazuma, right? That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Kazuma.
Kazuya. Is it Kazuma or Kazuya?
Kazuya.
Yeah, I remember it was Tekken related.
Yeah. Speaking of, I just started watching the Tekken series on Netflix.
Trash.
It was like I was like, I don't know where this is going.
I think it's cool, but everything else is garbage. Anyways, moving on.
But basically, it's another one of those like it didn't hit like the first season. Like at least the first season, you were kind of like, man, fuck mommy, like Ruka's cool, but she's kind of weird. Like Chizuru is like really out here like putting herself like putting on the act, and then like Sumi's like cute. This season, it was just like it was one of those like there's like a lot of excess
Bro, it was
drama.
watching bad reality TV.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. So
Oh,
it wasn't very good. I would give it. The opening is also funny because like how iconic the first opening was. Like this one, like AK and I, we joke about it all the time. Like they literally had Sumi go like. That's it. Like in the thing. So this is like I don't know, 5.5, 6 maybe. Like I don't even know. Like it's low. Like it's low. Like it's if there was like mid, like this is like mid and like low end mid. So.
Yeah, and it's like they try like so. From the first season, you already know what you're getting into when you watch this show.
Yeah,
and they tried to like make it this like deep. He's diving deep within himself and finding something about these other people, and oh my god, he's such a nice guy without even knowing he's a nice like so much stupid shit. But at the end of the day, he is still like the worst main character ever. Like he is such a dweeb. Like I would stuff him in a locker. Like he is awful. Chizuru is the only thing that makes this show watchable. Yeah. I gave it a 5. Yeah. It was even the first season, like the show is shit. It's a dumpster fire. But the first season there were like funny moments And I was like, all right, this show's pretty funny. Like this season, I was watching, I was just like, oh god, this is. Like,
and like in the first season, it's one of those like, hey, I want to see who he ends up with. This season, the entire season, he's already dated. Like spoiler if you guys haven't seen Rent a Girlfriend season 2. He's already dating, or well, no, they were dating at the end of season 1. He was dating Ruka. Like he's literally in a relationship with Ruka, and the entire time it's like, oh, but I love like Mizuhara and Chizuru, like, and then like Sumi comes, Sumi's in like 2 episodes, and like it was just like, it was bad. It was like a bad follow up. I don't know, it's, you can only play like the theme of like, hey, like, we want to see, yeah, it's a fake relationship, like, but like during the entire thing, it's still like one of those things that like have been established where it's like, hey, like, at least they know and we know, so it's like, whatever, like there's no like surprise as to, oh man, like maybe he'll end up with so and so, maybe he'll end up with this person, and it's bad.
I gave it a 5, but I already know it's greenlit for a 3rd season.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna watch the 3rd season when it comes out because I want to see how bad it gets.
I heard it gets worse.
I'm at the point now where I'm like, all right, because I've heard stuff about the manga, so I'm at the point now where I'm like, I want to see how bad it actually gets.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gave it a 5. Chinn, you said 5.5 or 6.
Maybe 5.5. Probably 5.5.
So we'll just say 5.
5.
Don't watch it. Don't waste your time.
If you haven't watched season 1, you don't need to watch this.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't even recommend really watching season 1.
Yeah. On to the next.
This banger.
Banger.
Fucking.
The one you're like,
what is this one called again?
This is Licorice Recoil.
We
watched episode 1. You're like, I don't care for this now. The girls with the guns, and they were doing the missions, and then out of that cafe.
Oh, yeah, I didn't care for that.
Yeah, so.
Oh, the show was a banger.
So
oh my god, this is easily one of my favorites of the season.
Oh yeah,
easily.
This is probably, I'm trying to think, like looking at it.
First off, A1 Pictures ate it up. A1 Pictures ate it up with the animation. The animation was so clean. Like, so clean. It looks phenomenal. Chisato and Takina are 2 of the best freaking characters. Yeah. Like, how do you not love Chisato, the girl that's smiling there, giving you the peace signs? Like, she is an amazing main character. Like, incredible. And she's also a badass. Like, her skills are second to none.
I posted a clip in the Gamers channel today when I was like binging through it, and it's her like fucking ducking. I sent it to the Snapchat. Just fucking ducking and weaving bullets.
Oh my god!
And like her whole
she's
thing,
incredible.
Yeah, her whole thing is just like not wanting to kill anybody, like not wanting to take time away from other people. And it's like, yo, okay, so she uses like fake bullets. Slack and I were watching it.
Slack watching anime? Let's go!
Slack and I were watching in the Discord. We were watching all day. Me, Slack, and Daddy. But yeah, like this show, banger. I think this is top 3 for me of this season, probably. Now that I'm looking at, I don't know.
But yeah, even Takina, the girl with the brown hair, like her partner, or black hair, brown hair, I can't really tell. But even her, like, you see her go from someone that was so stuck on, I need to complete my mission, I need to do my job, I need to do exactly what they tell me to do, such a rule follower. And she meets Chisato, who is the exact opposite, who's like, oh, I'm going to live a free life, and I'm going to do what I want to, and like, I'll still get the mission done, but like, I'm going to handle it in my own way. And you see Takina start to open up from the time that she spent with Chisato. And you see how both of them change each other. And Takina was one that was like, I'm here to do my mission. If I have to kill people, I'm going to kill people. And you see her slowly like start to transition to that, like, all right, I don't need to kill everybody. Like, but it's an incredible show. The story, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. But Majima, the main villain, he's awesome. Incredible villain, or antagonist, I should say. And one of those antagonists that make you question, like, oh shit, maybe he's kind of right with what he's saying. Like, again, it's almost like Makishima from Psycho Pass, where it's kind of like, he makes sense, but he's just not going about it in the best way. But what he's doing does make sense. So what did I give? I think I gave it a 10. I loved this show. Literally from start to finish. I absolutely loved this show.
I think this was like a 9.5, but my anime list doesn't do like points, so I just did 9. But yeah, the show is fire.
Banger. Absolute banger. Yeah, what Pete said. Magashima Light.
Literally,
that's exactly what it is.
the only issue that I had with this show was just like, yo, like homeboy was just like not dying like at all. Like he,
right.
like bro, he got like a rocket launcher to the car, and he came out unscathed. And I was like,
bro, wait till you finish it.
No, I did finish it. I did finish this one.
You
yeah,
did finish
which is also why I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like I was like, yo,
I'm hoping we get a second season or
that would be
an
fire,
OVA or something, because the way it ended was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was only 12 episodes. So when Slack and I were watching, it was funny. So Demantic, so I told Chili about this. Like I saved the 10 out of 10s for like my favorite out of like favorite. So like
Same.
Like 10 out of 10 has to be like, not only does it have to be like a good anime, but like it has to be something that like fucking hits me in like the heart. Like I need to like really love it. So yeah. But I was talking with Slack about this. We were on episode 12. Episode 12 ends, and that's when like the elevator doors close. And Slack and I were just like, we were like, wait, is that how it ends? That's so crazy. Well, Pete, because you didn't grow up with the anime, so when you grow up with an anime and you have nostalgia, you know, it kind of hits different.
Oh,
yeah. But yeah, so this is a 9.5 for me.
Yeah, so we're at a 9.75 for Licorice Recoil.
Ah, shit, we'll just
a must watch. A must watch. All right, next up. I know nothing about this one.
Summertime Rendering.
Parrot can talk about this for sure.
You watched it with me.
Yeah, but I think you like it more than me.
I didn't finish it.
I think the beginning is super strong.
Yeah.
But the ending it's good. It's just it doesn't hit as hard as when it first started. So when the beginning takes off, it is got mystery. It has elements of like thriller, because you at first you're like, oh, what's going on? Like he's going to this island because one of his childhood friends passed away, and then it's like, well, this is potentially like murder, and then it's like, oh, this actually has maybe supernatural elements, and then it is a game of cat and mouse, and so all through that it's really interesting. But then near the middle, it starts to get a little too intricate, where you're like, wait, what was his? He did this. I'm trying not to give too much away. Yeah. He did this. And that person did this, but he was able to pull off by doing this. But then that other person undercut it by that. So you're trying to keep up with the rules that they built in their world, because stories like this are only interesting if they don't break these rules. If they set up a premise, they have to follow it, and then they have to figure out how to get around it. So I think up to those, like super strong beginning, middle was a little convoluted, and then ending ended up. You're kind of just like, what's happening? But I'm okay with it. So, and because our guy's winning, so like that's like the good guy's gonna win. Cool. Like I don't know. I would say I think it's just because maybe too many episodes.
Yeah, I think if it was
like
shorter,
26.
I think they could have achieved what they set out to do in a shorter amount of episodes. That's my big gripe with it.
I do gotta say, when I heard a lot of hype about the show in the beginning, and then I slowly saw it dying down as it kept going.
Yeah, exactly. So that honestly is what you can expect when you're watching it yourself. That's what I feel like. You know, you see it yourselves when you're like on social media. When something is hot, it's hot and it stays hot. When it doesn't, it starts to fizzle out, and that's how this felt to me as well.
But there was a scene though that made me jump. Like
you think outside picnic was scary? Outside picnic.
So like
scary things, but this one actually had a scene that made me jump. I wasn't anticipating it, so I think you'll know when you see the scene. But how would you rate it?
I'll give it just so because Perry said it as well. I thought it had a hot start. Middle got, as you get more into it, it stays interesting, and then towards like the back half of this, you're just kind of like, okay, can we like wrap it up? So I'll give it like a 7.5, like 7.5 to 8-ish.
Yeah, I think if
it's like very Edge of Tomorrow, right? Like
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you account for the beginning, it was setting itself up to be like a 9, but based on how messy it ended,
I don't think it ended messy. I just think that you're just like, oh, this is how it ends.
there's just so much
like,
shock that at the end the shock value doesn't hit anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say it's like a 7.
Yeah.
Because
Still really strong. Highly recommend. It's just the
I
ending
cannot
is-
believe she's giving this a 7 and she gave Made it Abyss season
it's
2.
just
I
weird.
just
Like,
know, I just did. We when we talked, we did like a midsummer.
yeah,
thing,
yeah. Because like
I
this
just know
this
when
show
we
has
did,
been
like, a
going on for
midsummer
like
thing, Perry
almost.
was like, "This shit is a masterpiece."
Yeah.
Well,
So
because
obsessed with it until it went on too long.
yeah, because like it's 26 episodes, right? Like, so it's a little
Yeah.
bit longer
25.
than a typical. Okay, so yeah, so it's like slightly longer than the typical. It like kind of spanned almost 3 full like into a 3rd season of anime. Like it started like early on where like you
This
could
was
watch
something
it
that I was getting ready to
somewhere.
buy the anime or the mangas. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm so hooked to this. Like amazing start. Like every episode, like week, I was like, summertime rendering, we gotta watch it. And then it fizzled out. So
Yeah. Well, because it was like if it was like
I
based
stand
off
with
of like
like
the first
masterpiece
12,
beginning.
yeah.
But
If it was literally broken up like 12 and 13 episodes, the first part of the season.
This should have been like
9
tops
to 10.
20 episodes. Like,
Yeah.
not
yeah,
even.
it was too. Well, so what did you give it?
Yeah, like a 7.5.
You give it a 7.25. I think that's fair.
It's average.
it.
It's
Yeah.
average. Still not out in the U.S. on.
It's still on the
legal
higher end of
platforms.
average.
Yeah, but yeah, still not out on legal
Now
platforms. but
standards, that's good. So
yeah. So, all right. Harem
Yo.
in the labyrinth.
all right. We're about to sound crazy on this, but I promise you we're not. I know me and Chinn both watched this show. Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
It was a
It
banger.
says it in the title.
It was a
you know
banger.
what is happening in this show. But to be fair, the harem doesn't even happen until like
The last
very end
5
of the
minutes.
show. Like,
Not
literally
even
the
5 minutes. It's
very-
like it's like the last 3 minutes, and like the last 3 minutes just turns into a hentai. But like,
yeah, literally.
but like before that,
It's
show's
actually
good.
a
Show's
good
good.
isekai show.
Yes,
Like it is a
show's
decent isekai show. Like
Show's
are there
good.
some like horny boy elements? But yes, but like they don't happen until episode 4. I think is when Roxanne is like really introduced and
Yeah.
like becomes a part of the. And like up until then, like the world building, like as far as like his abilities and skills and like going
Yeah.
into the dungeons, like he wasn't OP. He actually like
he was
had
broke.
to like work his way up. It was a decent isekai show.
Yeah.
I, like literally at the end of it when I was rating it, I was like, I think I'm
like it,
giving this
yeah.
a 7.
Yeah.
Like I really think I'm giving this a 7. Like, and I totally expected to come out of it being like, it was fun, but like it's a 4. But no, it was a good show.
I thought it so when you're like 15 minutes into the last episode and he only has Roxanne and the dwarf girl that I forget her name, the purple hair girl that's right here.
Yeah, I was like, when is the harem coming?
Yeah, I was like, yo, where is said harem? I'm like, are we getting a season 2? And then he just flips a switch and is just like, I know what I need to do. I need to make it. I need to get more girls and have a harem.
I need more party members.
Yeah,
but they
need
all
more-
just happen to be big titted anime girls.
Yeah, the ogre girl was crazy, but yeah,
Yeah.
like I gave it.
It was
I think I gave it an 8. I gave it 8, but I also
harem
horny boy.
in the labyrinth of another world. Yeah, I gave it a 7. So
It's good.
It averages out to a 7.5.
7.5, baby. This was one of the better
Which is
anime
higher,
this season.
Which is crazy. That's higher than summertime render right
But yeah,
it turned out to be like I was pleasantly surprised by the show. Like honestly.
I remember messaging you like after the first like 3 episodes, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy! Like it's not like sex every single episode. Like they're actually going on adventures. He's teleporting. He's killing people, like brutally, like killing, like chopping off heads, chopping off hands, and shit like that." And I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And then you know, you don't get the harem until the end of the series. So Season 2 win, right? Pete knows.
Yeah,
Pete's a man of
facts.
culture.
Facts.
It's a man of culture.
All right.
Yeah.
7.5, baby. Al
Let's
Ashi.
go.
Fire.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Yo, I fucking love this show.
Al Ashi
I
is so
love
good.
this show.
No bias aside from Chili,
so
right?
much.
Al
So,
Ashi,
so much.
but Al Ashi is doing the same thing now that like it's setting the precedent for soccer. It's like a good soccer anime.
Which is so
That, like,
surprising
what,
that
like,
of all the
Haikyuu did.
sports, soccer was the one that anime kept flopping for so long. But now
Yeah.
Blue Lock's coming out, so
But that's like
Maybe
Dragon Ball
them-
Z soccer. So
Dragon Ball Z soccer,
we'll have to
baby.
like see.
And technically, this is a spring 2022 show, but it finished in the summer,
Yeah, it
so we're
finished,
gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we all watched it too.
Yeah, freaking loved it. Obviously, you guys know soccer's my game. Like this show just did everything so well. Just explaining the mindset of a soccer player, somebody that wants to go pro, explaining how the mindsets are different in various positions, explaining the tactics in a way that wasn't so dumb, but you could still like it wasn't so technical, but you could still understand it. I loved everything about this show. Everything about this show. Like I would
Coming from someone
recommend
who doesn't know anything about soccer, the fact that they could teach me so much about training, about skill, about what to look out for on the field, and then also about, like Chili was saying,
Farming system and all
yeah,
that.
exactly, the farming system and the infrastructure.
Shit is cutthroat out there.
It was and
that's
the
how it is,
mentality
bro.
of someone going through that system. The fact that it was so captivating while we were learning and getting doused with tons of information every episode. I was really pleasantly surprised.
I think that's a testament to the characters, because I know it's hard for a lot of people to like retain all this information in anime and like stay engaged, but I think being attracted or relating to certain characters and the soccer info that you're getting is what it was like a really good match, and it fit really well. That's why
They were piecemealing it to you.
Yeah.
They weren't just like force feeding, like, okay, here's how you're gonna do this shot. You're gonna da 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 da, and then you're just as the viewer gonna just eyes glaze over. It was like, okay, I'm struggling with something. My guys are gonna try to help me out. We're gonna piece together. Oh, I learned this other thing. Let's build off of that. And because they were like doing little baby steps to build into full skill levels, it was super easy to consume as a viewer. And then on top of it, you have a character who's very, very hungry, and you have a team that's very, very hungry to win. So all of those created a very compelling story.
Is there
Oh, look at me. I'm just smiling over there.
Makes me happy.
There's
Just-
a
just makes
Kumar
me
and
happy.
Perry echo.
Oh, that's probably because of... Oh, no, that wouldn't be on ours.
You know what it is? I think it's because I have open back headphones and their mic levels are high, so you hear it through my mic.
Ah.
Hold on, wait, let me switch.
Thanks
my
for catching
headphones.
that, Pete.
yeah, thanks for letting us know though, Pete.
Yeah, appreciate you, dog. But no, that makes me very happy to hear that from somebody that doesn't know anything about soccer. Like knowing that you learned so much from this show, like that makes me so happy.
Yo, the thing that got me, like, and I thought I was pretty well versed with soccer, was like, just like the little things, like looking at someone and like just kind of knowing what the fuck they're gonna do,
Swivel.
like just looking like in a certain direction.
One element of the show that annoyed me. It was the love triangle. I found that to be very useless. I found no reason for it, because like dark-haired girl, you got no pull here. Like you're not even of interest. You're just there to help add like reference to the story and the plot and especially gameplay. But we don't need you in the love triangle. Like butt out. Like that was the only. But that's a
that
small
was the
gripe.
only reason I didn't give it a 10. That was
Yeah.
literally because I was the same thing. I was like, all right, this is here, but like literally didn't need it at all. But like you said there, Kumar, with the little
Yeah,
things
those
about
things.
like being on the field and like the little things that they talk to you about or tell you about, I'm sure you can apply that to any sport, but I feel like a lot of other sports anime don't ever tell you about those things. They just kind of like assume that's how it is.
What was
on
it
the
highly
field or
like
on
I
the
don't know
court.
any of the positions. besides goalie. So for me to be able to watch this show and they'll be like, okay, so he's gonna be our forward, and now he's a fullback, and I'm like, what's a fullback? And then they like go into it, and then it's like, what's a midfielder? And then they kind of go into it because he's like rotating. That is so key that I could learn those positions and learn what they do to create the game and the whole 3-person man to like get the
triangle.
ball. Yeah, all of that was so like.
And it's
I could
the
sit through
beauty of
soccer
it
and someone
is-
could feed me that information and it would not stick the way it was able to get through in the
The
anime.
beauty of it is with Ashito being the player that he was, he had talent, but he didn't have any structure. He had no structure. He didn't know tactics or anything like that. So you're learning just as he is learning in the anime. So like the way they did that was just perfect because it's like, oh yeah, you play in a triangle. Like that's something you learn at a very young age if you play in like a club system. But if you're just somebody that kicks around and you just happen to have talent, like you don't learn that. But the things that they focus on in that show is his vision. Like his vision, that's something you can't teach in soccer. Like you can, like I train kids in soccer and like you can tell when a kid has vision. Like you just notice the way they move on the field or how they direct their teammates and everything. Like so watching the show and then like going out to training and seeing the kids, like seeing those 1 or 2 kids, and I'm like, all right, this kid has it. Like
playmakers.
Yep.
Chinn, your thoughts? I know me, Perry, and Chili are having this amazing discussion. I'm super for it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fantastic. Like, just again, like the way that they explain, like his whole thing. I think I related to like Ashito in the fact where like he would do things and then not be able to explain how to like repeat and do that stuff. Because like, for example, like if I'm playing like competitive like video games and stuff like that, like I'm in my head I'm doing things to like set up my team, but then like if I try to explain it to somebody else, I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just doing it. So if you take advantage of it, you take advantage of it. If not, like I don't know, like I don't know what to tell you. And like the way that they made it, you know, when he turned his like Sharingan on, basically was like,
I like that.
was like so sick. I wish they would have played a little bit more with that like whole motif of the like, I guess, I don't know, the crow, right? The crow like in the sky. Because they did it for like what? They did it for like in the first half of the season.
The first 6 episodes or so. They were pretty reliant on that.
Like,
to get across his special ability.
Like, vision. Yeah.
What's unique about him as a character compared to most sports characters, that they're just super fast or they're super strong or they can jump really high. It was the fact that he was able to have amazing vision, and that was something that me as a viewer originally I'm like, what does that even mean? And then
It's
to
literally
like
LeBron.
the bird analogy enough that I'm like, oh, okay, that is a pretty powerful skill talent to have. And so I thought that was really unique of him as a character, and the bird thing definitely helped.
Even him memorizing where
that was crazy. And then they referenced like, oh, that barely happens. There was a study. It's like,
because,
that was a way to build up his hype.
I mean, we even see it like in sports now. Like LeBron is probably the only NBA player that you can talk to that he can run you through the last 5 minutes of a game, telling you
like more play for play.
Oh,
like,
really?
he has like that kind of mind
like
for the game.
That's
he has
crazy.
like he has a
That's
crazy
amazing to
basketball
think that there are people
IQ.
like that.
Yeah, there's a clip that went viral like 2-3 years ago where they lost and they were like, hey, like LeBron, so like what happened? And then he was like, well, starting at 3 minutes, so and so passed the ball into here. They did a back screen. I tried to cut. They did this, and this, and like went in and like had this like full 3 to 5 minute like explanation. Every single play, every single where each player was, and then he was like, that was it, and then he walked off. That's where like the meme where he has like glasses and a gray suit on comes from. But yeah, so I love this.
They look like, what do you mean slack? They look good.
That's a really amazing talent. I guess I've never thought of in sports. So
I know we're
that.
talking a lot about like the strategy and the tactic and like the nuance of the game, but I think my favorite part of the show are the characters themselves. Without even to even talk soccer.
Green hair dude.
This main character is
just
better than other sports main characters. I think Hinata is still way more compelling, way more captivating, and way more charismatic than Ashito.
I like him.
I like Ashito, but I don't like him as much as some of the other main sports characters I've met.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And to, Rob, to your point, the soccer, when they animate the soccer playing, it is pretty well done. I just wish they up the ante a little bit when it comes to like a full minute cut of them playing soccer, without having to
Be high
I know we're not there yet. They probably just want to see how well this season does, and like maybe they'll put some more
I
budget.
think they put it all in Blue Lock.
Whoever's doing that. But it is a good soccer and very well done animated soccer anime. Like for the times they show action and like when someone's taking a shot, when someone's passing, even the dribbling in soccer, very clean, very crispy animation for some cuts.
And even the scoring
nine,
too. Yeah.
9.5.
Nine and a half.
I'd have to give it a 9 as well.
A 7, which is good.
What? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So what is that? That's 27 and a half plus 7, so 34 and a half divided by 4. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's 34 and a half.
Pete, I think you need to Pete.
8.6.
After this,
8.6. That's not bad. That's the highest we have.
Pete, I want you to make your 1 to 10 scale with the word for each number, and I want to show Perry so she gets like the dichotomy of this number is gonna match this word because that's what that scale.
And you have to put the word and a generally agreed upon anime that goes with each. So like, obviously a 10, Full Metal Alchemist. Like
7 is like really good for me. Like it's really good.
All right.
I think there's gonna be too many anime at 7 that should be higher.
No, there's some that I will. No, 7's high for me. Like 8, 9, 10 is where like 8's like this has everything. 9 is like this is absolutely incredible, and then 10 is, which I've never given out, is something that is astounding.
10, which is unobtainium, basically.
Yeah.
Unobtainium.
Because like whenever someone says like, "What's your favorite anime?" I've never actually had a list.
You got one now.
Well,
We'll get there, but we have not watched this one. I don't think.
no, this one I
watched
haven't
this
seen.
one.
I didn't even. What is this one?
This is
This
the
one
slime
is
guy.
I gained a
Right,
second
he's
character
like
class.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
slime guy. Not that one, but the second slime guy.
Yeah.
Chinn,
I gained
did you watch all of it?
I have like 3 more episodes.
Okay.
I like the monsters.
It's well, those are so he controls. He's a tamer basically, and he controls all of these slimes, and then he becomes a mage, right? That's how like so.
Yeah.
But like all of his powers are amplified through the slimes that he summons. So like he'll use like a fireball, and it'll come out of like a slime's mouth.
I don't see that.
I thought it was really fun. I didn't think it was anything special. It was it was one of those you did give Skate a 10. But it was one of those that was just like a fun watch. Like I didn't need to really like hone in. I wasn't really necessarily connected to the characters. It was just entertaining.
Yeah, agreed. I don't really have anything else to add.
I was gonna say
The animation moments were kind of cool when he would like do his like and all the screens would come out, like that was kind of cool. But like there's nothing really crazy here. He's super strong, but yeah, it was just a fun watch. I think I gave it a 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like a 6 or
it was
7.
fine. I watched it in the background while I was doing other stuff. So yeah, I would say a 6.
Yeah. No, well, like, so, like, what we were talking about before is, like, 10s are, like, saved for ones that are, like, really, really good anime, and then you also have, like, an attachment to them.
Yeah, so like as AK said, since my 10 is like really, really rare, that kind of moved up my 7, 8, 9s. So those are good.
Yeah.
This one I didn't.
This one.
That looks like Toshiro, though.
This one was so cute.
It was.
Tsugaya.
This was like the wholesome slice of life of the season.
Yeah.
Super wholesome slice of life. This was
Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
This show, yeah, it's like I just smile thinking about this show. Like that's literally what it is. You watch the show and you smile. Like you have Kirishima, the blue-haired guy with the glasses or sunglasses, and Yaika, who's the little girl. And yeah, you literally see this. So the guy with the glasses, his name is like the devil of the Yakuza or something. Like he's he's known to be like the most badass dude of all the Yakuza. Like everyone is afraid of him. And his boss, who is the father of the little girl, is like basically to keep him alive is kind of like, hey, I need you to take on this role and be Yayaka's caretaker. Like look after her, make sure she's good, walk her to school, all this stuff. So you see him go from being this like super cold, unemotional dude to enjoying his days with Yayaka, looking forward to picking her up from school, spending time with her, enjoying all the sweet moments with her. And it is super enjoyable. And you see her come out of her shell because she was somebody that didn't have a lot of friends in school, was always kind of reserved, kind of quiet. And her and Kirishima bring the best out of each other and become better people because of each other. And it's just, again, a super wholesome show to watch. And I think everybody needs to watch it.
Yeah. This was like super, it was super cute. Like,
Yeah,
I loved the blonde character, the one who's like very flamboyant and like the one with the long hair. He was just like so funny because like he would always just like take the shit of like, you know, our like quote unquote like mean guy, like main character, and would like help him babysit like this little baby girl. So yeah,
it's just a fantastic watch.
9.
Fantastic watch. Yeah,
I
9.
love this. Yeah.
9 out of 10. Very, very solid 9 out of 10.
You guys give 9s out so easily.
It's because it's about
I
enjoyment.
enjoy a lot of shows.
Yeah, it's enjoyment.
I mean, my average on Mal is probably like a 7.6 or something. Like, I enjoy most of the shows I watch, and if I don't watch it, I usually drop it and I won't even put a rating on it.
Fact.
I have like a decent amount of like 2s or 3s on Mal, I feel like, and then dropped with no rating.
Yeah, we drop a lot. We start a lot of first episodes that I'm like, me.
My Mal rating is literally a 7.68 mean score. Like,
and I don't even have all of my anime that I've like actually watched because I used like a different one beforehand, and then when I was like, fuck it, like this one sucks, like I need to go to Mal. But the other one did
Chinn,
let me get like
you.
this show is just it's like 5, like I don't know, like like it's literally just like this like caretaking maid. I didn't finish it. She's just like the tan purple hair waifu, and that's really it. So 5, nothing much else to say about it. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Engage
Oh,
Kiss.
nice. Short and sweet.
Engage Kiss. This one is, I think I also gave this one a 5.
I don't remember what I gave this one. Let me check real quick, and then I'll talk about it. Okay.
I have a 6. I have it as
Yeah,
a 6.
I gave it a 6 too.
I gave it a 6.
Cute
Oh,
character.
wait, no. Apparently I updated it at some point, and it's a 5 now.
Okay. But yeah, this is Engage Kiss. So this world is a world where there's demons and magic, I think.
Nuns.
But basically there's demons, and the pink-haired girl, obviously you can tell, is a demon, and she works with the guy with the gun. And the way that she powers up is by making out with Homeboy. But when she makes out with Homeboy, not only does she power up, she steals his memories.
Mm-hmm.
So he had like any memory that he doesn't want, or whatever memory she gets, she steals it and it's gone. Like, obviously she steals his memories, it's gone.
Yep.
So the story was like, it was kind of interesting at one point, and then it went off the rails a little bit. But
it was like once the sister came back, I was like, "What is this? Like, what?"
Yeah, yeah. But it gets to the point where it's like, okay, she can't just continuously power up. It'll end up affecting him to the point where if she takes too much of his memories, he'll lose himself and he won't be the person that he is anymore.
Like he won't have his goal for
so like
living,
that
basically.
that aspect was interesting because it wasn't like he could just like continuously power up all the time, which I like.
There's a risk.
But besides that, the story, like I said, was a little bit all over the place. He's a funny main character, though. Yeah. Like, all of the chicks on the screen, like, I'm pretty sure he has slept with every single one of them. Like, he's just funny. But, yeah, I gave it a 6. It was fine. It was fine, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I don't think.
Yeah, I give this a 5 just because, like, again, like you said, like the story was like it was like a cool premise, and then it was just like all over the place, and then once like the sister came back as like the actual demon, and like she wasn't trying to kill him, she had like a brother complex as a demon, and was like, hey, I need to hurt everybody who's hurt you, so like I'm gonna go after like this is when he gets all of his memories back. And this is when you find out that he's literally slept with like all of these women. I think the best part about the show was
that's the thing that he's forgetting all the time, is all the women he's slept with.
Well, no,
like,
not all the time.
He has
other memories.
Yeah, because like this blonde nun, like she comes out of nowhere basically, and like knows who he is, but he's like, I've never even met you, and then it cuts to a flashback once they show like a memory of like him sleeping with a nun, and I was like, oh, okay.
Anime.
And the pink-haired girl loves him, so she would like always steal the memories of him with like any other.
Oh yeah, I guess it should. Yeah, but like I think the best part about this is like this world has their own like Amazon Prime, where like so basically he's broke because he keeps using his money that he gets from each mission to buy weapons for like the current mission that he's on, and he'll literally take out his phone and be like, I need a net gun, click it, and then like this truck comes flying out of nowhere and it's like like, we have your net gun.
It's Amazon Prime on crack. Like it is. It's insane.
That's kind of a funny
it's
element.
fun. It's a like, if you, I don't know, it was just like,
if you
want to
see some clean animation though, because again, A1 Pictures nailed it with the animation.
Yeah,
like absolutely killed it. But yeah, the story.
I will forego the trashy lewdness for great animation. So
you're like, that is something I'll sit through.
All right.
I have not.
I still haven't watched it, but I'm definitely waiting to hear what you guys have to say about season 2.
I didn't watch it.
So,
I didn't watch season 1 or season 2, but I heard.
You haven't? Oh yeah, you need to watch season 1.
Hey, Chinn, I thought we watched season 1 around the same time frame. No. That's crazy.
So season 1 is a banger.
Amazing.
Like, it set the bar so high. Whereas, like right now, this isn't a, you know how like One Punch Man, like season 1 was amazing. Everybody hated season 2 because it wasn't the same caliber. But season 2 really wasn't that bad. It's just the animation wasn't the same.
Right.
This isn't that situation. Season 2 was just not that good compared to season 1. Season 1 was like, it was, every episode had me dying laughing at some point. The story made sense. Like, season 1 just collectively was fantastic. And then season 2, it started off decent, like pretty good. And then midpoint, it was like, okay, where are we going with this? And then by the end, it was like, I don't really know what's going on anymore, but I still have so much nostalgia for this show, and I love these characters, so I'm gonna keep watching it. But yeah, it was a disappointing season. It really was. I think I gave season 1 probably a 9 out of 10, and this one like a 6.5, 7. And I would only lean towards the 7 because I really do just love this series. Devil is a Part-Timer. Like, I just love the characters. But yeah, it was. I gave it a 7.
But not quite the return everyone was hoping for.
Yeah, no, like after it had gone on hiatus for so long and it finally came back after all these years, like it wasn't what I expected. But
yeah,
I gave it a 7. I love the characters too much.
Fair.
But yeah, that is my take.
Shadow House.
Shadow House.
I don't want Shadow House.
2.
Go for it, Perry. Kumar.
Wait, did you guys watch it?
I didn't.
I did.
Okay.
Because I didn't watch season 1, so.
I think more or less, I think it's a little better than season 1. I think season 1 did a great job, obviously showing you, immersing you in the world, and giving you the sense of mystery of, oh, there's something bigger, like at hand or at play in this house. But I think season 2 did a great job of like giving you more, but not giving you the entirety. You know what I mean? So I think it just leaves us wanting more, like season 1 did. So I think I really enjoyed season 2. I'm so curious about like the adults that they're trying to introduce slowly. Like I want to know more about them because they basically showed us, what it takes to become an adult and what possibly happens in that process, and that's just like another can of worms.
They actually showed some dark elements.
Yeah.
Which I mean, you kind of were expecting because of how season 1 you feel like something's burnt. You smell it. You're like something's burning, and I don't know what, and it's big. And then season 2, you end up like you're right in the right vicinity. And I believe season 3 and 4, you'll finally be like, okay, something's hot and burning, and then there's something really bad. But right now, you're in the right vicinity. You're getting hotter. You're getting warmer, and it's unveiling key elements, and especially like one of the characters that they did a whole plot point for. Characters, I should say, because they're them and their shadow. Really good. I think I liked season 1 just because of the mystery element of like you're being thrown into it as much as the main character Miliko, and you're trying to figure out like why is she just going along with this? What is this house? And then like season 2, you're like, okay, I got it a little more, and especially they unveiled other parts of the details of what's going on. It's just that season 3 is gonna get to like, why is this set up the way it is? Yeah, you're giving us more detail of the household, but why does this exist this way? And that's kind of the point I'm waiting to get to. But season 2 was very, very good in delivering us closer.
Pete says Paris score 5 out of 10 with that synopsis.
I definitely enjoyed this season more than season 1, because I think season 1, like Kumar said, I think season 1 started off really strong with the mystery and like leaking out the information slowly about what was going on, and then I think at the midway point of season 1, it kind of lost the allure of what kept me so intrigued about the show. Whereas season 2, I felt like it went back to what made me fall in love with the show in the first place, and it kept that mystery in the way it kept unraveling pieces and then giving you some crumbs for the next thing, and then finally revealing what it was or who it was. Like, so I gave this season a 9. I thought it was fantastic from start to finish, and I'm excited for more, especially with the way it ended.
Yeah, I'd have to give it like an 8.5 or a 9. So I'll stick with my 8.5. Just because the fact that it's not my kind of show to begin with, but the fact that it still has me like so captivated since season 1, I just like that's my score, 8.5. Oh no. I don't understand you at all. I don't.
These are all good. They're just not. They're not hitting the mark.
24
but
and
they're
a
all
half
good.
divided by 3, so like 8.13 or something like that.
Okay, not bad.
Not
Like
bad.
season 1 is close.
Actually, no, I changed my score to a 9. I did not think she was gonna give it a 7. Change my shit to a 9.
So it's still like almost like an 8 point something.
It's
like
really
8.7
good.
now.
I want more.
Hey,
Don't know
Classroom of the Elite season 2.
Didn't watch it, so you just tell us.
Yeah, I didn't get
Alright,
around to finishes.
I didn't watch
I
any of
just-
the other ones except for
I
the final one.
love Classroom of the Elite. This show is just one of those shows. Every episode I come out and I'm like, yo, Ian Koji, that's a bad motherfucker right there. Like, he does not care about
Old as
anybody
ice.
else. Like yo, this season, I'm trying to think. It was a 13 episode season. I think it was.
I kept seeing
episode
clips of him just
11.
like being a badass and like not
Bro.
caring.
Bro, I'm telling you, there were like multiple moments throughout the season. I was like, oh my god, like he really does not care about anybody else. Like, he is in it for himself, and whoever he has to use as a pawn, he does not care. Like, he will use whoever he needs to get to reach whatever he wants to reach. Like, we still don't even know like exactly what he wants, but he doesn't care who he needs to use or what he has to do to reach those goals. And everything is so calculated in a way that's not like you have to imagine things going on in the background, but he talks you through, like when you go like in his inner monologue, he just talks you through like each step. And it comes to a point where, especially at the end of the season, he meets a certain someone and they know who he is and about his past and like where he came from. And they're like, oh, you know, they basically said like, I'm going to be the one that's going to take you down. And he gets this like look at his eyes and he's like, do you really think you can do that? Like, the way it ended, I was like, oh my god, like, season 3 is about to go so crazy. Like, if you just love, like, one of those, like, cold main characters that is just super calculated with everything they do, you have to watch Classroom of the Elite. I think I gave this season a 9. I think I've given both seasons a 9.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, Chili, what did you give it?
I gave it a 9.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of season 2 because I also love season 1, and that was on what hiatus for like 4 or 5 years, 6.
I think like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Let me look right now. I have my anime list up. The prequel was in 2017.
Yeah.
5
so
years.
5 years.
Word.
All right,
Yeah.
next one. Basically a non-horny domestic girlfriend, but like with like
Oh, is this
some.
my girlfriend? My sister is my ex.
My stepmom's
ex.
daughter is my ex. So it's like non-horny domestic girlfriend with like some. There were some points that were kind of like, I don't know if you could say wholesome, but like yes, kind of wholesome.
Yeah, I would.
And it was just like I just didn't have time to watch it, and like it wasn't one that was like at the top of my list anyway, so I ended up dropping it. I probably, if I continued it, maybe like, I don't know, 6 maybe. Like it wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't anything that was just I was just like, oh shit. Like I mean shit, I don't know what I gave Domestic Girlfriend, but like I guess I gotta check that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's again, this is a show, like the title is not hiding anything about what the show is about.
It's not even rated for me.
It just, I thought it was like, because of the title of the show, I thought it was gonna get weird very quickly, and like it doesn't get to that point until like the very end. But so the whole thing is like, obviously my stepmom's daughter is my ex. So it's like they were each other's like first relationship, the first person they ever fell in love with. So you kind of see them trying to work through the fact that like, all right, I'm like, this person is technically my brother, this person is my sister now, like, but at the end of the day, I can't change that like they were the first person I felt romantically about, or the first person I had love for, like. Yeah. And they do it in a way that's not creepy, of them trying to figure out how to navigate this new situation that they're in. Where it's like, okay, we had like sexual attraction to each other at one point, but we're siblings now, so that's weird. We can't do that. So they like play games with each other where they try to get the other one to like slip up and be like, oh, I saw you look at me in a lewd way, like you owe me lunch or something stupid, like
or like you're the younger brother now, like
you go into like their inner psyches, and it goes back to the past of like, when we first met, I was in a bad place and you helped me out of this, and so it didn't get weird until like the very end of the show, and I'm gonna just say it because you guys probably aren't gonna watch this.
No.
It like literally the whole time, it didn't get weird until the very end of the show. She just grabs him and lays a big kiss on him, and I was like, no, like, no, you were so close. It was literally the last 5 minutes of the show.
I mean, that was like
so
what happened
close,
to
and it was like a full-on. And the weird thing was, she what's her name? Let me look up her name real quick.
That's what happened to fucking Higehiro, where we were like, yo, this show is like pretty good, and then just like, oh no, never mind, like
what happened.
Yeah, like, oh no, like we didn't want them to be in a relationship because obviously the age difference, and like now it's wholesome, and it's like, oh wait, no, never mind, like she came back when she's older now, and there's a relationship.
The thing is with the kiss. So her name, before her mom got married to his dad or whatever, her name was Yume Ai. So her last name was Ai.
Yeah.
But so when she kisses him, she's like, I'm not doing this as Yume Ai. I'm doing this as Yume Irido. So when she said that, I was like,
you're doing it as your sister.
Doing this
That's
as
my
his
sister.
Like,
That's
what?
That has to be someone in
literally-
translation must have screwed that out.
I hope so, because she said that, and I saw that, I was like, oh no, but
so she didn't want to kiss
the show really wasn't awful until like the very end, so I ended up giving it a 5.
Yeah, I dropped it, so
don't watch it. It was a waste of time.
Ruby did not watch, but
Only
I
watched
heard it was
the-
good. But then like you and Pat were talking about it, and it was like, was there like a down period for this, and then it like got
Yes.
good again?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The first 3 episodes. So they aired the first 3 episodes as like a package deal.
Yeah.
Like when they dropped it, it was like 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes were fire. Like
Yeah.
I came out of like, oh shit, Ruby might be really freaking cool. And then the next like 4 episodes were like dragging like so badly
shit.
to the point where I was like, I got to like the end of like, I guess where the episodes were bad, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Because I kept on
Shit.
holding out hope from the first 3, and it just,
Yeah.
I guess it got better after the fact, but I'm probably not going to go back and find out.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
All right. So dropped,
Alright, sorry,
dropped
Pat.
and not watched.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we watched the first episode, but yeah, it didn't.
Even with all the flash animation, she was not sold. I was like, damn, nothing's gonna get her to crack.
No, I mean, I thought the scythe was really cool. I thought her outfit was cool. The character designs were unique. The world premise, I was like, okay, but it just nothing was there to like really deliver the blow of like, why should I keep going? Is there a different element, some kind of back plot? I think I really need something like that to pull me along the story versus just cool intro.
Yeah.
I feel that.
All right. I don't know what this one is. I didn't watch it.
When will Ayumu make his move?
And we have one more after this, right? Oh wow,
Yep.
that wraps up our
Yeah.
summer. It was a short
Yeah.
stream.
So
Summer
this is
only
when-
didn't have that many anime, so
Yeah, this is when will Ayumu make his move. Ayumu being the tall guy on the left, and then you have, fuck, what was her name? I don't remember her name, but anyway, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
was gonna
She's
say.
the club. She's the president of the shogi club, and he ends up joining the shogi club because he's in love with her. And the whole thing is, in his head, he's like, I'm not gonna confess to Senpai until I beat her in a game of shogi. And she is
Aw.
like the world's greatest freaking shogi
Yeah.
player. So, so the whole show is kind of like them. He's trying to up his skills and like trying to figure out ways to get Senpai to like him, and she blushes very easily, and he always does things like not knowingly will say things like, oh, you look cute
Literally.
today, and just like compliment her, like, and not be like trying to like super flirt with her. He's just being a nice guy, like being himself.
yeah.
So he'll like always say these things without even like really knowing what he's saying, and she'll start blushing, or she's like, oh my god, he always makes me feel flustered. And then it comes to a point where they obviously discover, she's like, oh, I definitely have feelings for him, like
Yeah.
he obviously have feelings for her. But the thing that made me so mad at the end of the show, I'm like, oh, my boy's about to confess to her. It's going to be a super cute scene. There's going to be like cherry blossoms flowing in the wind or something.
Yeah. The typical.
It gets to the end of the show, and my man never even confessed. And I was like,
Oh.
bro. And he beat her in a game. And I was like, bro.
Oh, shit.
She had a handicap. She had like a 5-piece or 4-piece handicap or whatever. But
Yeah.
he beat her in the game. And all I wanted was this confession at the end. And we never got it.
You got blue
Like, and I was
balls.
like,
Was
I
it
still
even
needed-
set up for a season 2 then for this confession, or? Because that's why I feel like most of
Possibly.
these anime that do that, especially when it comes to rom-coms or romance anime, if they don't
Mm.
have that kiss or hand-holding or
Yeah, it's either
confession in
a
season 1,
setup.
they're trying to do a season 2. But some anime don't even get to that point. They don't even get a season
I was
2
gonna
to
say,
make
it's
that shit
either a
happen.
setup for a season 2, or it's like if you want the ending, go read the manga, because the manga is
I
still
see.
still coming out. So
I was gonna say like just hearing that kind of like storyline, like a season 2 would just kind of be like, would it be redundant? Because it's
Yeah,
like,
right.
hey,
Yeah.
like he wanted to beat her and then confess, and then he beat her and didn't confess. So what is he gonna do? Beat her again? Like, sick.
yeah. So
Plot
it was
twist,
a
she
fun show.
confessed.
It was enjoyable. It
Yeah.
was a fun show, but yeah, it was definitely one of those like, if you want the ending, you better go pick up the freaking manga.
Yeah.
So what you giving it?
I gave it a 7.
7?
I did really enjoy it watching it.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're on our last slide, and we're gonna let Perry go on a
Yeah.
fucking tangent for a million.
You guys
million
actually need
minutes.
to watch it, so I want to hear your thoughts.
All right.
last slide.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
I think this anime
I just-
has the world by
started this
storm right
today.
now. So and for good reason. For good reason. It's an anime based off of a game that came out a year ago that had an awful
That
launch.
was dog shit.
dog shit game release. So many
unplayable. Literally, it was a game that came out and was just fully unplayable, and
this anime has since taken this game out of the grave because after people have watched the anime, people are going and buying this fucking game.
And it's funny too, because like this anime came out at the like a little bit before the drop of like the new graphics cards for PCs that can actually handle playing that game. So yeah.
So Chinn, since you were the most recent person to finish watching Cyberpunk, it's the freshest on your mind. Why don't
Wait,
you
Chili
finish?
hasn't finished yet, so no spoilers.
Yeah, so no spoilers because
So
Chili's
no
only on
spoilers.
episode 3, but me, Chinn, and Perry have all watched Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
So I literally binged it all last night while working on like cosplay shit.
And I told you guys, I was like, you guys gotta watch it before we do this season review.
Yeah, this show is so good. It's so good. I watched it in dub too, which made it easier to watch, and like it really put into. I mean, I already knew that dub was easier to watch, but it really put into perspective. Like I was just like walking around my house thinking today, I was like, damn, I could watch so much more anime if I just watched it dubbed. But then I was like, but then it takes away like some of the experience. Like it would be one of the things where it's like I'm just watching it for the visuals then, whereas like if you're watching it subbed, you're kind of like almost reading a book type thing, like getting more details.
Who's interested, I would definitely say watch it dubbed because one, it highlights people of color voices. That obviously Japanese sub can't do.
Like if you're watching the sub, you won't get that one of the characters is Jamaican, you know? So
Yeah.
And like David Martinez, Hispanic. And then another reason I would say to watch it in dub is literally how fast paced the anime is, and you want to. You really can't enjoy some of those scenes trying to read it. And then on top of it, they use a lot of slang in that world. So trying to understand, like when we put it in dub and we had subtitles still on, they were not matching. And I was like, okay, my ear's picking up and understanding what they're trying to say, but reading the subtitle does not match the conversation going on.
Yeah.
So that did not help in any. So I would just like say just straight dub for this.
Yeah.
But Chinn,
Like,
continue.
Yeah.
Did you? Well,
I loved it.
Obviously, you loved it. Yeah.
I loved it. Like I like watching it. It gave me. I don't know what show it reminded me of, but like it gave me feelings of like a show that I've previously seen, where it was kind of like, you know, stuff happens to the characters that I'm like, oh shit, like this is crazy, and then you know, like the whole ending like just had me like at peace with the ending. Like I wasn't
It's
wasn't
kind of like Cowboy Bebop in the terms of like,
Don't tell Chili that.
the satisfaction, like the satisfaction.
Yeah, I was sad. Like it was
not a happy ending. Like
yeah,
it's
like every episode.
like you don't need
was
like everything to work
satisfying.
out for this ending to be a good ending.
Yeah, so it was.
I hope
it
that
was.
doesn't give too much away.
Yeah, Demantic, I would have to
It
similar
was
vibes,
fantastic.
or benefit vibes. Do you want to go on your love letter to this show or what? Well, we'll give our ratings after we all.
But did Chili get?
Don't.
Chili's only on episode 3.
Well, I'm only on episode 3, but I'm hooked. I was hooked on the show after episode 1. I love Studio Trigger. That's one of my favorite studios. And I can't lie, when this show first came out, I saw the hype it was getting on social media. And I was like, I don't know. I feel
It's
like
gonna be another Yasuke.
I was like, I feel like some shows get a lot of hype, and then I watch and I'm disappointed. So I let this one simmer for a little bit, and then I saw more people like Harry, Kumar, you guys watched it, Pete watched it, a couple other people that I know that like I respect their opinions on anime. Like I like heard their words on it, and I was like, okay, this show's living up to the hype. And I watched the first episode, and I was like, I get it, I understand it. Like Studio Trigger, just their animation alone, not even talking about the story right now because I'm only a couple episodes in, but like just everything they do with their animation and the color schemes, and it's just incredible. Like it's so captivating. Even a show like Kill la Kill, like the story of that is the fan service but like the animation is so on point. The world is so cool to look at. So yeah, I'm all in for Cyberpunk.
I feel like this is Studio Trigger's more risque anime in terms of like just upping the ante. I know they did Kill la Kill, obviously that's pretty like, you know, risky, but this is like them like the gore, the violence.
Like,
this is R-rated. They show titties.
Starts off and dude
your
just
comments on
Like-
Studio Trigger, this is as if the animation was saying, Studio Trigger, we know what you're capable of. This is your Rock Lee moment. Like, take off the weight.
Yeah, like you have
And
no limits,
go
like
all
no
in.
ceiling.
Yeah.
And that they did. It was definitely a passion project that you could tell everyone who worked on this truly loved what they created. But yeah, wait, Chili, did you have anything else to say before I go into my love letter?
No, that's it.
Take it away,
Go
Perry.
for it.
Take it away. Perry has
Also,
been waiting for
Lucy-
this for the
Lucy is
past-
a baddie.
Don't spoil anything
was
inadvertently,
funny.
please.
Yeah,
But no.
Lucy is a baddie, and there's going to be so many cosplayers for.
Oh my
Cyberpunk
god,
Anime
yeah.
Lucy
I'm
is
like,
such
do I
a
cut my
baddie,
hair
boy.
again? Like, is that the look I want now? But no, that like Slack is saying, this show is everything in terms of animation. Studio Trigger, they always had a unique style when it came to how they used color to block highlight. I always loved that. Like they'll use like a contrasting like magenta with like an electric green. But this show takes it to another level because of it being in a cyberpunk world. So they can go the extra mile to build that world, to build that light, to make it something that we don't see in our world, which is the fun of anime, is that it lights up your imagination. And this show does that, and just how it looks. Now, if you take the looks aspect, that's one part. But if you take the music, the fact that it was American music, I think that obviously stole my heart.
The opening and the ending were so good.
But like Spotify's
and, like,
number one
OST.
for 2022 for me is gonna be
Cyberpunk players.
Can I Stay at Your House? Like that song, he knows. I've been playing that on repeat every day. Like I'm literally, when they showed that episode where like Lucy and him.
Don't get.
I think this is in when Lucy and him are having
I think Chili's seen this.
date. When they showed that episode, we were like in the house and it was like brightly lit, but I felt like I was in a movie. Everything was dimmed, and how the screen was lighting up with that music was just hitting my heart. And I fell in love with it so hard. But every character, I was surprised with some of them, like the lolly one that I ended up like loving.
Oh, Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca.
Yeah, Rebecca.
Rebecca's like the best character.
I know! You end up loving all of these guys. But then, yeah, the gore of it is another next level component that we're not used to seeing for Trigger, but it helps build the risk in this world, and for David to take on like what he's trying to become, to be the person he's trying to become. So all of those levels that they built into this world while still trying to maintain the concept of this person just basically has a very pure dream. And I need to make a TikTok on this, where David is so unique as a main character, because yeah, he follows the basic tropes of like parents died. That's like the first episode, so that's not really a spoiler. And like he's unique, and he's trying to use that unique ability to rise in the levels of society. But different than like Naruto and like Luffy, he doesn't have like a solid like reason for moving forward. He's kind of built like Ichigo, where he's doing it for himself and others, but not so much himself. And so that is the reason he can be more self-sacrificing in a lot of his choices. For that reason, I find him so fascinating as a character, because he's not like, this is my dream and I'm going to be Hokage. He's just like, this is who I have to be for the people I love.
Yeah.
So much more intriguing. I could talk about it forever and ever, but the music, the animation, the characters that I fell in love with and I want so much more of. I guess my only gripe is I wish it was a little longer. I wish I got to see like that ending developed so quickly that when I went back to rewatch it, I was like, wait, where in this one episode we covered this much ground?
Yeah.
But I fell in love with it. I highly recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, I don't think I can really piggyback off of what Chinn and Perry have both said, because they both covered it. Show is great. I think it hits everyone's bases. If you're looking for drama, it's got it. If you're looking for action, it's definitely got that. If you're looking just for senseless violence, definitely got that. Looking for some romance, definitely got that. Looking for great music, got that. Looking for great character designs, got that.
World development.
Yeah, like the way they immerse you in the world without having to force or like hand feed you like, oh, this is from this game, and you need to know this about this game to know about the world. No, you don't need to know about shit about the game to know the game.
Like that with the world they built, because some worlds like, oh, just using the bus is like unique, and they have to be like, oh, you have to like swipe your card and like da da da. This world you're just living in his life, and it's amazing. Like it's like he's just so ingrained in society and shows you his view of society that you don't have to like ask all the little details about the world that they built that he's in. He's that kid that's on a subway going into the city, and it's just you're getting that perspective. I like that you're not getting the tourist version of his world.
Yeah.
And it's got the deep thematics if you're looking for it. There's a lot of cool
you can dissect a lot of different themes that are going on in this story.
It's like social standing, capitalism, corporations, monopolies, all this bullshit. You know, it's
like someone trying to get out of the slum.
Oh yeah, shit like that too. Something as simple as just trying to make better of yourself, even if you have to do bad.
Classic theme of just human versus technology, and at one point do you lose yourself as such a pivotal part of cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like Ghost, that's like Ghost in the Shell type.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's so many cool themes to dissect.
Chinn, Perry, what are you guys giving your scores and your pros and cons and your scores for this?
Well, we kind of gave our pros and cons because I do you have any other cons for it?
I have two little issues, just not even issues, just little gripes. I wish it was a little longer. Like what Perry just said, I wish it was at least 12 episodes. I feel like the last 4 episodes gets really jam-packed and they cram it in.
Which is what we said, yeah.
And this is my little gripe with Studio Trigger. I wish that they didn't make the same 2 lead characters look like the other lead characters in their previous works. Like David has the same haircut as the dude from Promare.
This is Promare.
From the dude from Kisniver. The rooster haircut looking guy, and Lucy. We've seen this silver bob haircut forever in the Visions, Star Wars Visions anime. That's what they did. Fucking
Promare,
Promare, the bad guy, the bad guy.
He had like green
the same haircut. Fucking.
One was that is
But aside from that,
there's a name for it. It's like called same face syndrome when. Some studios, like the studio that made Thumbelina, for example, a lot of
look at fucking Fairy Tales studio.
But those are really small
yeah,
critiques. Like
that doesn't take away from any.
What are your scores for it?
Perry's gonna give it a 10. I already know. This is all I've been hearing for the past.
Is this gonna be the first 10 out? Yo, somebody record it. Somebody clip it. Somebody.
This is the fabled 10 out of 10.
This is a moment in Senpai Talk Show history.
We have to hear it.
We
have to hear it from her. No, we're putting on the pedestal.
About to give out her first legitimate 10 ever since Skate was not a legitimate 10.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a 10 on enjoyment, but realistically a 6.
Mm-hmm. So let's hear it, Perry.
Okay. Cyberpunk Edgerunner. Whenever someone said, "What's your top 5 anime?" or "What's your favorite anime?" I never had an answer, and now I do, and it's Cyberpunk, and it's a 10 out of 10.
Oh!
What a statement. What a statement. Uncancel Barry 2022. Tucker needed to be in here to see this W.
So now you have to finish it, Chili, and I am going to probably preach it to anyone because it just hits.
So AK, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but this is our Perry's first legitimate 10 out of 10, and
everything I love about anime, and I got to re-fall in love with anime because anime started to just become a medium until I saw this. It's like, no, this is what anime is supposed to be. All of us fall in love with it.
Yeah, crazy. Chinn?
I give it a 10 out of 10, but I mean I have to let it simmer too because obviously I just saw it. So like recency bias, I'm literally not even 24 hours separated from finishing the the final episode. So currently 10 out of 10. Do I think it might go to a 9.5 but still stay at my anime list 10? Yes, probably. But
yeah, I agree with you.
It was it was fantastic every episode. It was almost one of those things where I enjoyed the opening and the ending so much that it all kind of seemed so cohesive. It was one long episode rather than me watching, oh, I'm on episode 3.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm on episode 4. It was oh, okay, I'm just continuing the story. And it was dubbed.
This is what I wanted Akudama Drive to be.
It still is in that realm, I think. Not as amazing, but Akudama Drive is still good.
No, Akudama Drive is good, but the characters you couldn't fall in love with the way you fall in love with these characters.
Okay, I agree with that.
I think
And the
you
story
also...
wasn't as good as this story.
I'm still mind blown. We finally got a 10. Yo, Senpai Talk Show is done. Senpai Talk, that's it. That was the purpose of Senpai Talk Show. We're
retired.
We're
retired.
NYC.
Well, because the thing is just like, it's like you grow attached to these characters where you're not afraid to hate them for doing things that you don't agree with. Like obviously you could tell, you could tell a stranger,
don't spoil nothing.
No, I'm not. You could tell a stranger like, hey, I don't agree with your decision. Like I don't agree with your views or whatever. But it's a different thing to feel as close to the characters.
It's like your best friend. Like if your best friend has a view that you don't like, but you're like, hey, you're still my best friend.
Yeah, but you still tell them. Like that's the same type of vibe that you get where it's like you can love the characters, you can hate the characters, but at the same time you're like, hey, I'm attached to these characters somehow within like 10 episodes. So, yeah. Also, Lucy's a baddie, so I mean.
Yeah, Lucy's a baddie. I like David's code.
But we all love Lucy, but like we said before, I think Rebecca is a phenomenal character.
Rebecca is my favorite character from this series.
She wasn't. What do you mean she almost got?
She almost got cut. I've been deep into the cyberpunk hole and just like looking up stuff on media. But apparently, some people that were the original creators were talking about how like, oh yeah, we should just cut the lolly, and then the other creators for the show were like, not the lolly, we don't cut the lolly, and they kept her in. And at first, I was like, I don't know how I feel about her, but near the end, definitely fell in love with her too.
I love her voice actress, like that, like raspy, high pitched, like It's like the raspy, high-pitched, like almost Looney Tunes-esque like voice, because that's what her character is, where she's like fucking going
legit
insane.
ride or die. Like,
yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care for her like the first half of the show. The second half of the show, I think everyone loved the.
Oh yeah.
Ride or die.
But yeah, Chinn, I'm on the same boat as you in terms of my scoring. Like it's a 10/9.5, but I think it's my first, like after the first watch through, like immediate 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah. So. I'm giving it the 9.5, like in retrospect, because I just want more. Like I need to see more. You know what I mean? I want more, but this is a 10 out of 10. It's got to be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It would do no justice if I didn't give us three as a collective unit.
I can't wait to finish it.
You gotta binge it in stream.
I hope we didn't set up too much. But
like
it lives up to it. It lives up to it because like again, like I saw like all the hype, and then Parry was like, "Hey, make sure we watch it," and I was like, "Fuck, all right, fine. Let me put aside like what I was going to watch last night," and I was like, "Oh, let me just watch Cyberpunk and I'll work on cosplay." And shit was great. Like.
And I have a habit of like when there's dub, sometimes I won't look on screen and I'll be trying to like multitask. But with this dub,
yeah, it was good.
I just stayed glued. I couldn't
look. Really good. Yeah.
That's pretty much your stream though.
Yeah, you literally and like all the voice actresses and voice actors are all like video game characters. Like, obviously there are some anime that they've like voiced before, but like they're all video game characters that you can. Like no.
I love how this show has hit so much that I'm seeing people get the tattoo of like the Sandevistan on their bags.
What? That's crazy.
That's so cool, right? I would want to set a tattoo from this. I just don't know what.
I think Lucy has a tattoo, right?
Maybe just the rocket and the moon.
That's not a bad idea, you know, in terms of some tattoo inspiration from this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone should watch Cyberpunk Edgerunners after this stream.
Yeah.
Perfect way to end the show.
Yeah.
I saw it at like number 13 on our slides, and I went in real quick and slid it to the bottom.
Yeah.
Nice, smart.
I feel like this is gonna be the one everyone's gonna be hyped for. So.
All right.
That is our stream.
That was our review.
And our first YouTube stream.
Yes.
Really. YouTube stream. This was just an immaculate stream. First YouTube stream.
First 10 out of 10.
The first 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Oh my
God. Really quick, first impressions of like your first episodes of any shows that you've watched this season, I guess. Have you seen any premieres? Is what I'm trying to ask, I guess.
Wait, which one did we just watch?
The Witch from Mercury.
We tried to watch
Yes, yeah. we'll see.
Not Iron Blood Orphans. What's it called?
Witch from
I
Mercury.
watched the Gundam one.
We were about to watch the prologue for Witch of Mercury or Witch from Mercury, and then we're eating. We're like, no, we can't eat while watching this. We need.
Oh yes.
So much detail they're giving me about the Gundam that I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
So right now, from what I've seen so far, Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, fantastic first 2 episodes. Do It Yourself is gonna be a banger, banger slice of life anime, and then the Akiba Maid War one. That first episode is insane, like insane.
Yeah, we're like,
so yeah.
AK and I are like 10 minutes into it, and then we had to stop because of the stream. Yeah, I think I mirror that. Spy Family, obviously great.
Oh, yeah. We finally get to
Mob
meet the
Psycho.
dog.
All I gotta say for Spy Family season 2 or part 2 is Borf. That shit
Borf.
makes me laugh every time the dog barks, and you see the subtitle Borf.
Mob Psycho was really good.
Was a banger.
My
I didn't
Hero,
mind the first episode of season 6 My Hero. Yeah, I thought the
My
miracle
Hero
was the hype.
Yeah,
The miracle was the hype.
She was going through Dyson with her thighs. It was
yeah.
awesome.
Uzaki was the same thing.
Dyson
Uzaki is
with those
Uzaki.
guys.
Reincarnated as a sword was very surprising first episode. I'm gonna watch the second episode tonight. The Shinobi no Itoki is pretty good. I watched the Beast Tamers first episode. Pretty wholesome.
I'm sure you clicked on that fucking uncensored one. You.
No. Okay, that's a different anime. All right, there's a different anime. That's the uncensored one. Beast Tamers is the wholesome one.
Oh,
The-
got
the-
you.
The horny one is Immoral Guild, is what it's called.
I was
yeah.
about to watch Mob Psycho season 3 before dinner, but then I got lost. But I'm probably gonna watch that after Mob Psycho season 3 episode 1. I will say though, I did watch the first episode of season 4 Golden Kamuy, and we picked up right where we left off. I was like this the entire time, like, fucking let's go, peak fucking anime. Everyone's Golden Kamuy. All right, I'm out.
My top 2 so far that I've seen, Do It Yourself and Witch from Mercury, I would say, are the top 2. And then anybody who's out there thinking about watching that HBO Max anime, Housing Complex C, don't watch it. It's terrible. It's dog shit. AK and I watched it. What a fucking failure. Like, what a flop. That, like, if I was going based off of that first episode, I might give it a 1.
Yeah,
it's bad. Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, so that's it.
Word.
If you're looking for a
That's all we
spooky
got.
season anime, don't watch that.
Don't watch that. I thought it was gonna. I thought I had so much hope for it too, cause like spooky season, but it was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah,
that's all we
thanks
got.
guys for tuning in to the first YouTube stream. Just testing the waters here, seeing how things play out. We don't know what's gonna happen with Twitch. I mean, we just had a bad Twitch stream last week, but you know, with all the hot water Twitch has been in, we figured why not just try YouTube, see how we like it.
Just can live.
Yeah, the stream can live forever.
it might look higher quality, so and it's easier
True.
to find because Twitch caps like all streamers are like 720. I'm pretty sure I'm streaming at 1080 to potentially.
I think
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
1080,
watching it in 1080.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
1080. So, and it's easily streaming at 1080, which is the best. There's not been a single drop frame. So,
That's
Yeah,
amazing. Oh,
YouTube,
so maybe this
we
is
own
the
YouTube
future
for
for us.
life.
yeah.
We'll discuss after the fact, see what we like and what we don't like.
But
But
thanks for tuning in.
yeah.
And seeing my first time.
Yes.
Hopefully not my
Massive
last.
moment. Massive moment.
But word, class is dismissed. Thanks you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in the Discord.
Peace out.
And until next week,
Deuces.
later.
All right. Peace, y'all.